Y'all know what it is. It's the Lions pregame show, and I'm your host, Bandit. You know how we start off the show every time. Let y'all know who the villains in the house. Rumble, let them know you is though.
What up, though, man? Lion Rumble 81, man. Catch me here with Neil. Catch me here with a lot of these guys, actually, man. You know, the villains, baby. We here.
For sure, for sure. Leo, let them know who you is though.
Yo, what up? This is Leo at Leo Barwella at Twitter. Just coming live from California. Let's do this.
Nate, let them know who you is though.
What up, y'all? Nate the Great, repping in the state of Texas. Let's go.
Day Day, let them know who you is though.
What up? It's your boy Day Day. Find me on Twitter at Markham246. Let's go.
Everybody know who he is though, but Sky, let them know who you is though.
You already know where to find me at. Here, boys and girls.
So, and we here today with a special guest, man. I've been working with him for I've been on his going in office show for about a year and a half. I met my man Lions Rumble here, man. One of my brothers, man, my Detroit Lions brother. Luke G, let him know who you is though.
You're on mute, Lou.
Muted is what he is.
Hey, my bad. I didn't know he was muted. Yo, this is Luke G, man. This I'm your residential bad guy, baby. You feel me? I'm just here to have a little fun. That's all. Just a little bit of fun. I'm gonna tell the truth though, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
There you go.
Yes,
You swearing in yourself?
I'm swearing myself in.
There
Did
you
you raise
go.
your right hand? Did you raise your right hand?
Yeah.
I might have had the left one up on that one.
He crossed his
That's why,
fingers.
that's why you a
Before we
villain,
get into
baby.
this-
That's why you a villain.
Before we
cross
get
your
into
fingers.
this Lions Packers Thanksgiving game, man, let's go give a little history on the game, man. You feel me? They brought this to my point. What's our record for the Thanksgiving game? And I had to look it up, man. Daddy, you want to talk about our record, man? On
We're
Thanksgiving?
37, 44, and 2. Man, that is not good in my eyes. I mean, that's not good in probably everybody's eyes.
Solid record.
I mean,
It could be worse. With the teams
it'll
we
always
played.
be worse. And then our last victory, I believe that said came in 16 against the Vikings. We won
Versus
16
Minnesota.
to 13. So that's what?
Minnesota.
Or 7 straight losses. Or 6 or 7 straight losses. Nah, that's not acceptable, man. We got to change that this Sunday. We got to show the rest of the world why the Lions deserve to be on Thanksgiving every Sunday or every Thursday, every year.
Well, you can't buck tradition.
A couple years ago, man, they were calling for them to get the Lions off Thanksgiving, man, but they can't do that.
Man.
We literally started that game. Like the
Everybody
Lions
wants the
started
Lions on TV.
Turkey-Day games. Nowadays, they do. Everybody was clamoring to
Hell
get the
yeah.
Lions on TV.
They're all
But
over our
back
nuts.
a couple years ago, nah, they wanted nothing to do with us. Back then,
Wow.
they didn't want us. Now we hot. They all want us. Let's go.
Oh.
They're wrong.
Yeah, they coming with the rap puns tonight, I guess. They're 16, but they keep them clean, though. Well, let's get talking about this Thanksgiving game, man. Let's talk about this Packers versus Lions on Thanksgiving game, man. Rumble, man, you pointed out. We'll start with the injury report.
Yeah, that thing
Let's start with
was.
our team first because the Packers. Listen,
Yeah.
well, we'll start with who's going on with our team right now, man. Who in and who out. I guess right now we got Jonah Jackson out, man. So anybody think
Which
he needs to
really
get a position
ain't.
in that?
No, not really, man. Because last week, what's his name played pretty well in his spot, and we were able to keep running the ball last week. And
That's very significant. We're gonna have to stop the slander on Jonah Jackson like he don't matter.
no, he matters. He matters. Go ahead. My
That's
bad. Go
that's a
ahead, brother.
huge loss, man. I mean, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we really did struggle. With Sorsdale, how you pronounce his name? Sorsdale being in there. I thought that he did okay, but they showed that they didn't really trust him in a lot of the run packages. A lot of those runs were going the opposite way, and the ones that did go behind him, including the little quarterback sneak, those were like not so confident. I hope, and I can't wait for them to re-sign Jonah Jackson, but I don't want to make it seem like that's the only loss. Everybody going to be put up to say, oh, they're ready to go, but the reality is they won't be. You just got to be able to put that front out there so they can have them prepared for something totally different. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's going to be anything that's going to be like, oh yeah, this guy right here, we didn't really lose nothing. I don't want to put it out there and make it seem like because we don't have Jonah Jackson, that's the only thing we got. No, there's people out there, they all playing hurt. Some of them need prayer. But overall, I expect the Lions injury list to look like that going into this game.
I think that's the best part about the Lions is that they got about like 7 good offensive linemen. They could sit there and cover him, like cover Jonah Jackson even if he's gone. Like that's the great part about it.
Yeah,
I like the versatility. Real. Yeah, I do like the versatility of this line, especially old man Graham. I don't know how he's doing it. I think he's just had a resurgent career, man. The guy's playing Pro Bowl caliber, at least an alternate at this point in his career. I'm shocked that he's out there, like with those young guys, man. Still out there pulling his own, work. Man, holding his own. Yeah, man.
Now, Danny, you say you don't think Jonah Jackson being out is not that big. Go ahead and explain yourself.
Not this week, man. Not this week, man. I think we'll be able to hold our own against that Packers front line. I mean, any other week, say this is like the Dallas week or whatever, then I think it's a significant loss. But since this is kind of like a mid team right here, Green Bay is kind of a mid team. I think Jonah being out isn't going to be the biggest factor as people think it'll be. Like that's no shot at you or anything, Luke. Like that, I'm not saying directly at you.
No, listen. Trust me. When I say there's nothing personal about it, it's that hey, you rep your thing. I was gonna ask you after you was done with your take though. I was gonna say, tell me they got Kenny Clark on the injury list for the Packers, and if you say no, then Jonah Jackson being out is big. It's big because
I don't believe
Kenny Clark been balling.
Yeah, he's a monster. You got to account for him no matter what. I don't know if he's on the injury report or not, since I haven't looked at the injury report, but I don't believe he is. But I mean, doesn't he mainly lines up over the center anyway?
Yeah, but let's be honest though. If you're trying to win the game and they got a rookie in there from a small school who ain't had to deal with no real power, you would put him over him. That's what I would do if I wanted to attack him.
100%. I'm going after your weakest link on that line, and that right now Sorsdal's our weakest link.
Yeah.
But I just
let's look at this Packers. Go ahead, David. My bad.
I think that we'll figure out a way to neutralize Clark, like we did Crosby. We let Crosby ate against us when we let him come free. We were able to run right at him and just neutralize him. Our O-line looked fine. So I think that's kind of what we're going to probably do the same thing here with Clark is you run right at him and you make him pretty much a non-factor.
Yep.
Let's look at this Packers injury report. It's a boatload.
Good.
I couldn't even get it.
Bro, that shit doesn't even fit on my screen.
Oh, that's right. You're on your phone, Leo. So you got.
I know. I was like, what the hell?
Rumble, you want to read all them out, Rumble?
Man, Jair Alexander, questionable. He's probably going to play.
Yeah.
Corey Bellatane. I don't know what that minus means, but Devondre Campbell, questionable. Kenny Clark, there's another one. Josiah I don't even know how to say his name, bro. DeGuara, doubtful. AJ Dillon, questionable. Rudy Ford, questionable. Rashawn Gary. Elgin Jenkins. Again, I don't know what that is. Maybe doubtful or something. Aaron Jones is out. Kashawn Nixon. Again, Darnell Savage out. Jaden Reed. Again, I don't know who some of these guys are, but the fact that they're on this list.
Reed, the Michigan State GOAT. Wide receiver.
Christian Watson, too. And I know Dede said he was dealing with a shoulder injury.
Nope.
A lot of these guys played last week, I believe. And, the Chargers put that thumping on them, physically. The Chargers might have lost, but that just goes to show, the Chargers were who we thought they were. They're a real physical team. And we gave them all they could handle. You know,
They should have won that
which
game.
probably,
Johnson dropped the fucking ball.
right,
When
which
the game
probably
was on
set
the
them up for
line,
this
it was
Packers
wide open.
game. And they were out there hitting the Packers just as hard as we were hitting them. So yeah, man, this is that time of year, man. I'm so grateful we had a great bye week this year. You know, one or two, and you know, our list is 3 players that are questionable. We know, of course, Jonah's out, so that's a very good sign for us as far as injuries. But yeah, that Packers list was looked like a grocery receipt, man.
Mhm.
So that's good for us in that aspect. And man, I'm just thankful the game's at home, Ford Field. So I'm looking forward to it, man. Regardless who they have on that list tomorrow, I just hope that we're
a
that we're
lot of
ready,
people
man.
out. A lot of people out, Rumble. And to you guys, I
Yeah.
just want to say this to you guys as Jonah Jackson point. I mean, if we were playing in the NFC Championship, okay, let's Jonah Jackson being out might be a little something, but like I know he's made the Pro Bowl last year, but I kind of don't really believe in the Pro Bowl anymore. So I don't really fuck unless you're an All Pro. I don't really give a fuck. To be honest with you, we ran for 100 yards last week, playing down without Jonah.
Mhm.
So to be honest with you, I don't give a fuck if Kenny Clark is out there. As long as Ragnall's out there and Decker and Penei Sewell's out there, I don't really care who our guards are.
Yeah, as long as number 58's out there,
Scott, who you
manning
think one of the
manning
key
that
players on the
tackle
Packers?
position, I'm good. Go ahead.
Well, keep Packer on defense or offense?
Yeah, on either. That's out.
Well, I mean, it's hard to say on defense.
Mine's
I
Aaron
mean,
Jones.
if Kenny Clark is there, I mean, he's got to have a huge game. Like to stop our running and then locking up with Frank Ragnow all game. Like he's got to have a huge game. Is their middle linebackers out, right? Campbell's out, right?
According to Schefter, he's got him at the Packers released questionable.
Okay, was Quay Walker on that list?
Nope.
Okay, so Quay Walker's playing.
No.
All right, so they got a couple.
So we got a 12th man. What you saying? That's good. That's good. We like 12th man. He's always been a good guy for us. He's been very loyal. From pushing referees to
he really. Hey, listen, he'll push trainers, bro.
Yeah, he don't give a shit.
Listen, he's a loyal
guy.
Packer
He's an
fan.
awesome
I'll tell
guy.
you that. I mean, but he's a decent linebacker. You know what I'm saying? He's coming along. If you guys had Darnell Savage, I know he's got 1 more week left, or 2 more weeks left at least.
Yeah, he's
coming
out,
off IR, but he's not playing right now. So if you had him, that'd be better. I mean, Jair is a big one. I think he's got to have a game. But again, last time we played, these guys were non-fucking factors. So because we don't really distribute the ball as a number 1 wide receiver right now. Like we just throw the ball around. So whoever the fuck is open, if you're open, you're open. If you're not open, you're not getting the ball. So I don't see this game unless Jordan Love has got to go for 350. You have no running back. Like he's got to go. He's got to go 350, 400, and 4 tutties to even come close. And then your defense has got to stop us from scoring fucking 35.
Yeah,
I don't see that happening.
And Green Bay don't score.
As I like this to be a great game. Like this is actually the first time that we actually get a fucking bum team on fucking Thanksgiving. Like because usually we play half decent teams. Like previous playing Packers this year, the Packers have always had Aaron Rodgers. So like playing them has always been like, all right, here we go again. Played the Bills last year, lost in a fucking shootout in the last 15 seconds of the fucking game.
That was a good game.
I think we're gonna fucking steamroll them. We'll play the game, infect them on Packers. Jair's got to have a fucking game. Jordan Love's got to have a fucking game. Like, good luck.
LaFleur.
You better be dialing in. You better be dialing it in. Those wide receivers got to. You guys just got to have a fucking game to compete. Like to just compete.
The guy to watch, man, on offense is Christian Watson.
So let's talk about
he can get behind the defense real quick.
I feel
Aaron Glenn's gonna blitz the fuck out of you.
This game, man.
I feel like it's hard to just come into this game given what happened in the last 2 games, and act like the Packers is going to just be this rollover, cakewalk, easy game. And every time I think that we've gotten to a point where we can have that stance that they're going to be this rollover, cakewalk game, I walk away with the thought that, you know what, that game shouldn't have been that close, and that game shouldn't have been that close. And as much as we want to be like, hey, we got a close game, or at least an easier game with some of the injuries that they have, I'm sorry. The Bears have nobody, and that game was a struggle for no reason.
I don't know about nobody, but okay.
No, the Bears are nobody. I mean, let's be honest. Like, what do the Bears do that poses a serious threat? Like,
they have a quarterback who can run the ball, and that's what we struggle against.
He's learning.
Yeah, but that's the problem, though. If all they have is the mobile quarterback, and that wasn't even enough for them. They lost because there wasn't enough for them. Somebody's going to have to make plays, and so, you know, I just don't want to get caught up in the sauce of like, oh, this is going to be a cakewalk. That's not the case.
Well, they lost because we had a top 5 offense. You lost the game. They lost the game in the last 3 minutes because they don't have a top 5 offense. Okay, and we have a top 5 offense.
I think
so.
Yeah, we struggled. Like, we kind of stumbled upon our own 2 feet in that Bears game.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, 4 picks.
Not those 3 picks, and we go down in the last 3 minutes of the fucking game and score 15 points.
Yeah.
Well, we scored 12, but I get your point. The reality is this: we went into that game heavily favored, and we struggled for no reason. And yeah, we had turnovers, but our defense is why we won that game. People forget that they had 4 turnovers. They scored on 1, right? And that one, I believe, was a field goal. So, you know, that even shows, you know, evidence there. I'm just saying, when you look at the Packers, we cannot go into that game thinking that you know, it's going to be a cakewalk. If we come out and have another one of them bad games, things can get real interesting real fast.
I don't think in the NFL there's such thing as a cakewalk. I mean, you're talking about a division rival who knows our tendencies. We know their tendencies. These coaches.
No, we lost them.
Like in the division, like, can you hear me? Sorry.
Yeah,
we can go ahead. Go ahead, you got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm just saying, anytime it's a division rival, it's never going to be a game. It's never, because these players, let's not forget, the Packers got their ass kicked in their own house. You don't think they're going to come in with some extra fire in ours on Thanksgiving? The thing is, with the Lions got to put them up. They got to kill them early. They got to step on their throats and take them out early in the game, because if you let this team linger, Jordan Love has been playing really well lately. Those receivers are all young and fast, so you know you gotta take care of business early. And I think if the Lions can get out early and put them in the hole quick, then we'll be all right. But if we let them linger throughout the game, hey man, you know, who knows what's gonna happen.
And I
so
agree.
What is your keys for it? Go ahead, Luke.
No, I'm just saying I agree with him. I think he's right about that. These teams that we're going against, that we're saying that, hey, we're better than, and we are going to do things better than them. You got to bury them immediately, quick and fast. Bury them so they don't even want to play. And we have not been doing that. We have not been taking a wheel out of these games, and it's coming up evident on too many levels. And so to me, he's hitting the nail on the head. You know, get this team out of the games early so they can be thinking about going home eating turkey. And if you're not doing that, then I feel like you're cheating yourself.
We had a chance to do that to them the first game we played them, and we got conservative in the second half. We had a chance to bury these guys. We had a chance to bury these guys, and we didn't.
Yeah, I think this time is different because I think we're putting the division on notice, and with this game being at home on Thanksgiving, it's one of the only, there's only 3 games, and I think we're riding high right now from last week's win. I'm agreeing with both Nate and Luke, man. I think we go out there and establish the run immediately. And then, who knows, man? Maybe we might get another, awesome high rating performance from Jared Goff where he only has to pass 18 to 19 times, if that.
Speaking of
Both of our running backs
Goff,
are healthy.
Oh, go ahead. My bad, Rumble.
Yeah, no, go ahead. You're good. You're good, Bandit.
Speaking of Jared Goff, let's start off with you, Rumble. What's the keys for this offense and Jared Goff on his offense, man? What you all think the offense is doing?
Yeah, I think he definitely is. Maybe confidence last week, but I think this week he rebounds. I think this game is perfect for him at home. Thanksgiving, national audience, the nation's watching. I think Ben Johnson's going to go in his bag again this week, man. We might see a flea flicker or two. I think we're going to see a lot more smiles from Jared Goff. I think he probably had one of his worst games last week, and they still won. How many times can we say the Lions have been able to do that? Turn the ball over 3+ times and actually win a game. So man, that's a credit to him. I'm juiced for him, man. I can't wait. Who knows? He might go 18 for 18. Yeah.
Scott, what's your keys for this offense, man, against this Packers defense?
I mean, honestly, with this game, it's pretty easy. Run the ball. Run the ball.
For sure. Dede, what you got?
Man, I'm on the opposite, man. I think because Goff struggled early last week, you got to build Goff's confidence up like quick, like in this. Let him come out slinging in the first. Let all right, buddy. We still trust you to come out here and make these throws. Even though you threw 3 interceptions last week, but I mean, yeah, he won us the game. But those 3 interceptions are a confidence killer, man. Even though he made some fantastic throws on those last 2 drives, where he fitted in between 2 guys to get it to Amara was one of them, and then the touchdown where basically Amara turned around and just sat in the end zone and he made a low throw and Amara caught it. So I'm thinking, man, you let Goff come out here and sling in the first, and then after that, you say we get up by a touchdown or whatever, you run the ball down these dudes' throats. You demoralize them. You gash them like we did the first time. You could tell the first game, man, where they were gassed from third, fourth quarter. So I'm thinking, let Goff come out here slinging, get them hot, let them start to think, oh, they're just going to throw on us all game, and then boom, hit them with a run play. I know that's kind of opposite of what you do. Usually you start with the run and hit them with the pass, but I got a feeling, man, we're going to come out slinging. We want to show off our new toys.
Leo, what's your keys for this Lions offense, man?
Run game, for me, it's always going to start up front in the trenches. That's where all the talent is. Run game. And then I think the biggest key is that they need to figure out what the hell the offense is doing in the third quarter. Like, whatever the reason is why the drives are stalling, but that third quarter has been the real reason why we've stayed in games a lot longer than what we should. So they've got to figure out that third quarter.
Look, man, what's your keys to this offense, man?
Yeah, I'm gonna rip my freaking hair out my damn head if they start throwing the ball a lot. This idea that he struggled. I don't care about the last game. The last game was the last game, right? That's over and done with. It's the last game. But the idea that we should come out passing the ball. This is why we're getting behind. Running the ball has been our bread and butter. Running the ball and playing defense. And I feel like if you look at our history tells us, you know what? Don't overcomplicate this. Just run the ball and play the defense. And I feel like, to me, if we're winning this game, it's because we're running the ball and playing the defense. All that trying to get cute and stuff is why we're having these struggles with these teams that we shouldn't be struggling with. And to me, that can be eliminated by simply just, maintaining who your identity is. Your identity is a running team. Do not turn into the Falcons and have a legit opportunity to be a running team, and you decide that, you know what, I'm gonna pass it. Like, don't lose yourself. Don't lose yourself. That to me is the key to the game. Ben Johnson coming out. I believe it was Leo who talked about that third quarter. Yeah, this 3 quarters is not how you win playoff games. We got to correct that, and it starts here. Make a statement here. Come out, bury them 3rd quarter, finish the burial. Let the parents come get that final viewing, and then close the casket. But outside of that, I feel like if we come out passing, it's too much.
Nate, man, what's your keys to this offense, man?
I knew I'd be on the opposite spectrum of everybody else. I knew it.
I mean, honestly, everybody makes great points. I would say, yes, run the football first and foremost, because that is what establishes the passing game first and foremost. And you want to establish yourself at the line with running the football and pushing it down their throats. Also, too, I would add another point. Like, one of the reasons why the 3rd quarter was so bad for us was because if y'all remember, we got the ball after the half, and we drove, and we got a great I don't know if it was a run or a pass. We got a great play, and we were in plus territory, and it was 3rd and 2, and instead of fucking running the ball, we run shotgun, and Goff gets his ass sacked because we can't cover a freaking corner blitz like our life depended on it, and we have to punt. And if we would have scored, I promise you, if we would have got that first down, we probably would have put points on the board or even a touchdown, and we would have put the Bears up, or we would have put the Bears down early. But you can't have those momentum killers like that. And so I think Ben Johnson, and I've gone on record about Ben Johnson. I like Ben Johnson, but I think he's been way too cute this year. And I don't know if he's auditioning for a coaching position. He probably is. But his play calling has been real questionable for me. Everybody wants to shit on AG, but I've been very critical of Ben Johnson, man, because you take away what we do best, and that's run the fucking football with this trick shit, and we get loss of yards, and you call fucking pass play on a 3rd and 2 when you got guys that are averaging over 4 yards a carry. Give me a fucking break. Come on, man. Go back to what we do best, and that's run the fucking football, establish the run, and that sets up the pass. And then
this is why Nate the Great.
Yeah. And also, too, no fucking turnovers, man. Hold on to the fucking football, man. God damn it. I mean, we were, they threw a stat out there that no team has ever come back and won a game after having 4 fucking turnovers in a game. That's insane.
Well, no, it's no team has won, come back and won with the turnovers with less than 4 minutes left in the game. So there have been many teams that do it with 5 turnovers and still won. But we did it with the least amount of time, which was like 4 minutes in a few seconds in the game. So to do that and score those many points within the 4-minute window is what they were referring to with 4 turnovers.
And you can't turn over the ball at that high rate, because what the Lions had to do is literally they gave themselves zero margin to fuck up in those last 4 minutes. They had to play perfect football, and thank God it was against the fucking Bears that we played perfect football. Like Amara said, they're choke artists. So the thing is, but the thing is that you guys, if we're playing against the Niners or the Eagles, that shit ain't gonna fly.
Nope.
We're gonna get our ass beat. So let's clean up the turnovers, man. Let's get a clean game from the fucking offense, and let's force turnovers on defense. Well, we'll talk about defense.
Honestly, that's gonna be my key to the game, is that 3rd quarter. That 3rd quarter is gonna dictate the game for me. We come out flat in that 3rd quarter, I ain't gonna be happy with our performance, even if we still win. Because like you guys said, we've been flat in the 3rd quarter all year long. We got to figure it out. That 3rd quarter, we got to figure it out. That's the time when you bury a team, is the 3rd quarter.
Especially when you get the ball in the 2nd half.
Yeah.
Chicken Nugget, you late, man. Let them know who you is, man, and I'll ask you the question.
Yeah, my name's Chicken Nugget King, and I'm happy to say fudge the Packers and let them know that we're going to beat them tomorrow.
All right, so what's your keys to this offense against the Packers on Thursday?
Okay, the offense. We're going to start with that. We're going to have to run the ball. Like Nate the Great said, like Day said, run the ball. That's our type of game we like to do. Run the ball, tire out the defense.
I said throw the ball. I said throw the ball.
Said pass the ball.
Except on 3rd down.
He said pass the ball, man. Come on.
Yeah,
we got to run the ball, man.
But I'll let you explain your point, and then I'll explain why I said that.
Hey, no problem. I'm just joking. But, running the ball is important in this game. And we have to run the ball so that way the defense can get tired out. And then when they get tired out, we got to hit the nail in the head and just go ahead and pass the ball, because you run effectively and then you pass effectively. So you got to get the best of both worlds out there and make it connect right. And third quarter is where we really become flat, but we need to wake up on it and stop being flat at the moment, because we need to do better at third quarter if we want to be a very competitive team against the 49ers or Eagles, or let alone the Cowboys. We have to really play our best football through the third quarter and, make ourselves look real decent by this time, because it's Thanksgiving. We really want to eat, right? So let's eat. Let's get out there
We've got the
and
show.
do what we do.
We've got the show. We're the only game on at 12:30. We have the show. It's time to show.
So what do y'all think is the key for? Go ahead.
Get effective.
Sure. So what does y'all think is keys for this defense, man? What we got to do? What this defense got to do to stop Jordan Love in this? Because I think it was Leo said or Daddy said, Jordan Love been playing all right. So what we got to do to stop this Packers offense?
Anybody got a milk carton? Anybody got a blank milk? Anybody got a blank milk carton or something, or a milk jug?
Why you say that? Who are you looking for?
Hutch.
Oh, he'll be here.
We don't talk about Bruno.
He'll be here this week.
We don't talk about Bruno over here.
He'll be here this week.
Anybody can get it on here, Luke. Anybody can get it.
Hey, listen,
if
I say anything about Hutch, the crowd goes wild. That's
I don't know.
I mean, his best trait is pressures, bro. His best trait is pressures. And
Okay,
so we practice to get off the cut.
Like one of the other guys that's been on this show, Mike. We drafted Trey Flowers at number 2, bro. That's what we did. The king of pressures. Like no, thanks, man.
And I mean, he's gonna get his sacks. Trust me, he's gonna get his sacks. But it's his pressures that really change.
We're waiting.
When? Because if he doesn't get
the pressures are not
that
even real,
sack,
bro. Like I'm sorry. The pressures aren't even real. Like if you go and look at first of all, pressures on that, it's not even an official NFL stat. It's a Pro Football Focus stat. I hate Pro Football Focus.
Right.
2, the pressures understanding of it is it's about proximity. So the closer you are to a person, that's what they count. Okay, you just got to be close enough to them. Now I've made many videos showing why pressures is the biggest joke. I showed us in the Raiders game where Max Crosby literally pinched Jared Goff's ass, and the ball was completed on 3rd and 11 for a first. Why do I care about a pressure when the plays are positive?
You care about hits, hurries, sacks.
No. I care about negative play. If it creates a negative play, I like it. But if you're telling me that we got pressure and the guy picked up 30 yards down the field, I don't give a shit about his pressure.
Bingo. Listen.
Look.
I would sit there.
I was just asking. Are we more aware? Are we more aware?
Let Leo go. Go ahead. Leo, go ahead, Leo. I'm gonna get you shaking that. Go ahead, Leo.
Listen. I hear you about the pressures, right? But pressures were a big thing last year, and I'll tell you why. So, how many sacks did James Houston have, and how many sacks did Aiden Hutchinson have?
8.5, 9.5,
and he had 9.5.
Right, and you know why they were feeding off of each other was because of the pressures. Aiden would have the pressure. True. Yes, that is. Yes, it is. And the same. Yes, it is.
Right off the same rhythm. They were right off the same rhythm.
Yes.
Not even close. Aiden Hutchinson is not even our best pass
Hold on. Time out. That's irrelevant to the conversation. What I'm sitting there saying is that last year when they were actually rushing those ends and they would get depth, you would see Aiden and Houston literally cross and then go get the sack. So they could do that. He doesn't have anybody on the other side.
Oh my God, not that excuse. Oh my God, listen.
It's not.
It's not an excuse.
It's not an excuse. You literally just said you don't care about pressures, right? So if you don't care about pressures, what about sacks, hurries, and hits? What about that?
I care about.
What about that too?
I care about negative plays, and so let me explain to you what I mean by negative plays.
I mean, what's up with that?
Okay,
I mean, sacks, hurries, and hits is a part of the game.
Let him explain. Go ahead, Luke. You got the flow. Let him explain.
So negative plays is what I care about, right? So I'll give you a perfect example. Everyone was all excited about the play that Aiden Hutchinson made against the Bears because it was 100% a negative play that negated them having any chance. Even if they recovered that ball, they're probably pinned so far back it didn't even matter, right?
Yeah,
so the negative plays is what I care about. The reason why I don't get into the pressures and the quarterback hurries is because I look at it from a negative standpoint. Your job as a defender is to create a negative play for the offense. And the offense job is to try to create positive plays out of their team. I don't want them to do that. And so what happens is in most of those cases is we get excited about numbers we don't even give two flying nickels about for real when you go through and you can look at it in real time and see multiple people be close to quarterbacks. Because guess what? Pressure does not bust the pipe of Joe Burrow. Pressure don't bust the pipe of Patrick Mahomes, right? Pressure may bust the pipe of a lot of other people, but if it results in a negative play, then I'm all for it. What I see happen too many times is people getting credited with a pressure because they got close by a person. And when I look at people like Aiden Hutchinson, who, again, I don't quite have a problem with, but I was probably one of the only people to come out and say that his rookie season was average at best. And people got all upset and up in arms and called me a Michigan hater, but I was telling the truth because it was an average season. And guess what? We're looking at it in real time. I don't think Thibodeau is better than Aiden Hutchinson, but how is Thibodeau already at 10.5 sacks and he still got, 6 or 7 games left? So I'm looking at it and saying, are you creating negative plays? Nobody is in the Hall of Fame for pressures. I've never once seen anybody in the Hall of Fame for pressure. I've never seen a receiver in the Hall of Fame for route running. He's in there because he can make catches. The running back is in there because he can run the ball. The quarterback is in there because he can throw the ball. Coaches are in there because they can coach. Defensive ends and defensive tackles get in based on sacks. And that's what it boils down to because that's the ultimate negative play for them. So I don't subscribe to the idea of pressures and hurries and quarterback hits if it's not a negative play.
Not only that, within that negative play, you're making sure that the quarterback, throws it off. You know what I'm saying? That he's off key and throws it off or throw it out. Or, maybe so he gets out that pocket. There should be a tackle coming up to step up, right?
Can I chime in?
I mean, if it's a negative play, I mean, you got to understand. For me, it only boils down to a negative play.
Listen, Lou Riddick said this at the Scouting Academy. He said this. He said stats should sit there and lead to investigation, not confirmation.
Who said that?
Riddick.
The guy who don't have a job.
Former defender.
I don't know,
man. Riddick is a good football mind. Don't quite. Riddick's a good football mind.
Come on, bro.
Okay. He does.
He also played the position.
He's got that.
So with him having 5.5, then what's his sack total and what do you think is good? Because I just want to compare it to some of the better players in the league in their first 3 years.
Through these first couple games?
Because he's at 5.5 right now. He's probably gonna beat 9.5. He got last
double
year.
Digits. If he plays every game, he should at least be at double digits. At least, minimum.
There's players already double digits right now.
So Myles Garrett's first season he had 7, second season he had 13.5, third season he had 10.
Double digits.
Myles Garrett's a beast, man. That's hard to compare against.
Well, I mean, you could even go.
But looking at those numbers, though,
JJ Watts had 5.5 his first season and 20 the next.
I didn't say that, but I'm saying like
unicorn.
If you would, Scott, if you would have just said those numbers and not Myles Garrett, it's a whole different conversation. Because everybody's like, "Oh, it's hard to compare." Those numbers right there, 7, 13, and 10. Those are kind of like.
Can I get in?
Somewhat average numbers.
Right.
Go ahead, Nate.
Go ahead.
So I think the argument warrants both sides because you hear defensive coordinators say all the time that they marry each other. Okay, the pass rush marries with the secondary and vice versa. So the thing is that I agree about the negative plays. I said this on air last time. That the reason why Aiden is not mentioned in the situations where the elite pass rushers is because he doesn't make game-changing plays. Okay, he made a game-changing play the last game. That was huge. because not only did we get the ball back, but it took away the ball from, or it pretty much killed the Bears completely.
So Nate,
But-
to your point, into what I was saying earlier, would you guys be okay if Aiden Hutchinson was Joey Bosa?
I'm fine with that.
Okay. So his first seasons in the first 5 seasons that he had, right? 10.5, 12.5, 5.5, 11.5, 7.5.
Is that Chargers Bosa? Joey's Chargers Bosa, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But let me give you an example real quick of what I'm talking about, because I think pressures can lead to negative plays. So do y'all remember? It's kind of funny. We played Chicago, and I'm sorry to bring this guy's name up, but Jeff Okudah got a pick 6. Well, who put the pressure on the quarterback? Aiden Hutchinson. He didn't get the sack, but he put enough pressure on Fields to overthrow the guy, and fucking Okudah took it to the house. So there's.
Go ahead. Sorry.
But there's an example. Of you're not getting to the quarterback, but it's impactful because it's a negative play because you're getting the ball back and you're causing a turnover. And in this essence, you cause points too. That's all I want to say. That's why I say they marry each other.
I think you make a good point there, right? But then this is where I kind of jump off the train with you. I believe that there are factors in people, right? We talk about people like Joey Bosa, right? We talk about a guy like that. Now, Joey Bosa, for the most part, have the numbers that he have, and he was taken 3rd overall, right? And I would tell you he's having an average, he's had an average early start of his career, in my opinion, especially on top of the injuries. Now, in the place that you talk about where you're bringing up the pressure to create an interception, that's still a negative play. And so when we look at the negative plays, that's cool. But then we have people like Ndamukong Suh, people like Jalen Carter, people like Aaron Donald, who are fearmongers, who have people out here nervous and trying to rethink their game plans for them. I don't see people doing that for Aiden Hutchinson. I see them chipping them, but everybody gets chipped. I see sometimes he gets doubled. All the best gets doubled. I've seen sometimes where they just even one-on-one with a tight end, and he's out there fighting for his life.
Bro, he lost to fucking 40-year-old Mercedes Lewis.
Yeah.
He lost, I seen the rap, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me, Hutch. That dude's 6 years older than I am, and I'm
but he's a hell of a blocking tight end.
The dude's 40 years old, and Hutch is in his 20s. He should have won that matchup like no problem.
I think also. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm saying and that's what I'm pointing out. Can you put this on the screen for me, Bandit? I want you to put this on the screen for me because I really want people to see this thing that I'm trying to share. Let me know. Okay, it's up there. Let's make this big. I don't want you to get no thing. Who's gonna make this real quick? Let me turn this damn caption off really quick.
There you go.
All right.
Wait, we can do that?
So off rip, I want you to look right here. This is Max Crosby. This, by all rights, is considered a pressure. That's a pressure by the NFL, Pro Football Focus standard. Why the hell do I care? Why the hell do I care when this happens? It's 3rd and 4. We just got a first down. Why do I care? Right? We can show. Let me fast forward a little bit forward right here. This by their standard is considered a pressure. I don't care unless it results in a negative play. If we fast forward, right? If we fast forward just a smidge, let me go out here. They will hit me with a damn commercial.
What about incompletes? Would you consider that a negative play?
Incompletes.
Absolutely, you got to consider that.
If the
that's a loss of down, yeah.
If the defensive line forced the incomplete, then cool. But if the DB forced the incomplete, that's different. So when we was getting balls batted at the line of scrimmage, that right there is not something that I consider a negative play for the defensive lineman. I'm looking at it from the standpoint of what is a legitimate negative play. So let's start with this one right here. Watch this right here. This, for 91, would be considered a pressure. But who in the hell cares if he holds onto the ball? No one. Now, this play in particular Watch Aiden Hutchinson. Because see, people want to talk about it, but if I slow this down just a smidge, and I'm not picking on Aiden, I'm just merely making the point that I'm tired of hearing about freaking pressures when I didn't have to hear about it no other time. And Ndamukong Suh has more impact for the Lions than Aiden Hutchinson did. This is a 1-on-1 block. He gets the little chip.
No, it wasn't.
This is a 1-on-1 block. You can't let no damn tight end take you off the
No,
corner
it
like
wasn't.
that.
That's a chip. That's a chip and a.
You
and
cannot. This is 1-on-1. You cannot let this tight end do this to you.
He got chipped. He just got chipped by that tight end down there.
So we're gonna give him the excuse of a chip. Look how far this tight end just pushed him.
Is that did you just see it or did you not see it?
Is it a chip? Yes. Should a tight end? Should a tight end be
rookie
doing this?
Tight end, a rookie
should a
tight
tight end
end
be doing this to your freaking
It's part of the
number 2
scheme.
overall DN?
A chip, bro. We're arguing about a chip. It happened.
I kind of know. I mean, yeah, that's a chip,
It's
and
just
that
a chip.
happens.
I can't
This is a
sit
But
there
at
and
the
say-
same time,
This is a very bad
no.
example.
At the same time, Hutch has got to be ready for that, man.
Yeah, if
Like
you
he's
want,
got to understand. Like, okay, I may get chipped here. Hutch looks so unprepared. He's right. Hutch got shoved 4 or 5 yards away from the play.
But little things like that is very
Watch
weird
this.
because you can pull up a fucking Steelers game and watch
but we
TJ
only
do the
talking
same
about the
fucking thing.
We only
Even
discussing
if
the
he
Lions.
I understand that, but
Here's
even
Max
if-
Crosby.
Even if he did, hold on.
pull Max Crosby chip.
I'm going to show you right here. Here's a chip by Max Crosby. The technique and everything is different. Yeah, we're not playing this game. Get out of here.
And he does nothing.
That chip was not effective. He didn't get pushed 5
What do
yards
you
out of the
mean?
window.
It doesn't
That was a
matter. It
scheme.
stopped
That
him and
was
then slowed him
scheme.
down for the tackle.
the thing about Hutchinson, and I said this also too in the last show, is listen, Hutch, if he wants to be in the Myles Garrett, the Micah Parsons, those debates, he's got to play better. He's got to get more sacks. We all know that. Now, and to prove the argument, what he's saying, look at Micah Parsons. He leads. He's one of the top in pressures, but he also got 10 sacks. Okay? Mm-hmm. So Hutch has got to take his game to another fucking level. If this guy wants to be an elite pass rusher, he's got to take it to. He's got to get home. Exactly. Now, I want to say this about Hutch, and I hope I don't get criticized for this, but y'all are seeing why the knock on Hutch was as good of a technician as he is as a pass rusher. His ceiling is not as high as a Kayvon Thibodeau or a Myles Garrett because those dudes are fucking freaks. And Hutch is not a freak. He's a technician. He's always going to work on his craft. So, think about like basketball. If you're not a fast player and you're not athletic, you're going to have to be more crafty with your game. That's what Hutch is going to have to do. He's going to have to be more crafty. He's going to have to use more swim moves, more power, more spin,
more creativity. More creativity.
Go ahead.
Right, to make up for the athleticism that he doesn't have like a Kayvon Thibodeau does, or a Myles Garrett, or a Micah Parsons. Those dudes are freaks. They can get to the quarterback with just their fucking skill. Hutch has to be a little more creative, and that's where coaching's gonna have to come in. They're gonna have to work with him. He's gonna have to learn from the great pass rushers that weren't as athletic, more power. Maybe I still think he needs to bulk up. He needs to get more stronger. He needs to bull rush. He needs to be a bull rushing pass rusher.
That's what he is, and it doesn't work.
He is.
He is a bull rusher.
It
doesn't work.
Well, he's got to get stronger to push more too.
Hutch needs to learn how to use his hands.
And that's what it boils down to. He doesn't have a counter. He doesn't have a second move. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen him spin inside to give up the outside lane to the quarterback. I can't tell you how many times that I've watched Hutchinson and I told people, and I said, you got to understand. I said, go and look at the season that Ndamukong Suh had. Now, Ndamukong Suh, by all rights, had 10 sacks, but that was as an interior D lineman. This guy's on the outside. Ndamukong Suh was guaranteed double team and triple team.
Hutch is one of those for Hutch.
Dude, Ali McNeil has 5 sacks more than Hutch does this year.
So
forget Ndamukong Suh.
Let's get the argument straight here. So, are we just strictly talking about pressures, or are we sitting there just gonna talk about like Hutch? Because I feel like we get so lost in pressures and the stat, and really the main point is Hutch impactful or not? So I
Yes.
just want to make sure that, like, if we're going to talk about pressures and pressures alone, then we're going to talk about pressures overall.
I agree with you, Leo. I agree. Which
It
is
started
why
with the pressure stat period.
correct. When he brought the pressure stat up, I argue against pressure because it's not that stat is weak. It's a very weak stat. I can show you a play where they would say, "Oh, this is a pressure for Hutchinson," and it did result in a negative play, but it wasn't because of Hutchinson. It's because the receiver failed before he can get to the spot for the ball, right? But I can show you plays where Max Crosby got a pressure, but it doesn't matter when it results into something that is a positive play, and we have to get away from it. So, for example, this season, Aleem McNeil has been more impactful than Aiden Hutchinson.
And Luke, and Luke, I can tell you half of the time it's not only Hutch that's getting chipped or getting blocked by different other guys. It's other defenders that's dealing with it too. It's other D ends and D tackles that deal with it as well.
And not only that, but do y'all remember the Bears game where BB was in the backfield and Fields was right there and Fields slipped out for whatever reasons? Like, the reality is, listen, I'm gonna go back on the soapbox here about AG. Everybody wants to say, "Oh, the scheme sucks. Oh, we can't get sacks." Well, you know what? AG's not gonna blitz if you can't fucking get home. Okay? Period. If you want him to blitz more, then fucking get home.
He's gonna expect that. He expects that from his players. And if they don't bring that, then what else can they bring?
Then we're gonna play back. We're gonna play back in the shell.
I made a statement earlier this season that made me throw up in my throat and choke on it because I could not believe I had to say this, but I want Malcolm Rodriguez back at linebacker because I'm not getting anything better from Jack Campbell. And the reality is they can talk about, Jack Campbell only missed one tackle. That's cap. I've watched him take bad angle at the bad angle. I've watched him not bring people down.
Rodrigo never missed a lot of tackles, man. He was very good at tackling. That's why he was drafted.
Rodrigo was very upgradable.
He's a tackler.
I figured you can upgrade him. But what I'm saying is this is why I defend Aaron Glenn, because I seen games like the Seattle Seahawks game, which, by the way, I am a Seahawks fan too. I'm a Seahawks, Bucks, and Lions fan. Don't you dare judge.
Wow.
Come on.
Wow.
So to you guys' point,
You see Dede's face.
to you guys' point, if Aiden is the edge, he needs to set it. When has he ever set the edge? He's always constantly you have to set the edge.
Well, he's rushing. That's why he can't set the edge.
No, but there's some times where he needs to set the edge and he chooses to go in further. And he leaves that stuff open. So you have to set the edge, especially when you're dealing with a mobile quarterback. Force him up the middle. You know what I mean?
And plus that Hutch has high motor, man.
Listen.
That's all nice, fine, and dandy. But if you wait for the numbers,
this is your show. This is your show. This is your day-to-day show. But I really want to take 3 minutes out of our time right now. Okay, 3 minutes out of our time. I'm not gonna say much. I just want us to kind of watch and just digest on what we're seeing and what we're not seeing.
Talk to
okay.
Shit.
All right. I'm gonna share my screen. All right.
I feel like it might work.
Talk to shit, sir. Go ahead.
All right. Let's see here.
Can you do the John Madden cursor?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We're going to pop this in here. We're going to go right back to the beginning. All right. So let's pause this for a second. I just want to give a description of what this is. This is TJ Watt's September highlights. And I just want a couple key things to look at for the people listening at home so they know what to look at. And I'm sure you guys are going to get to my point here as soon as I say it, I guess. But you're going to see a lot of one-on-ones from TJ Watt and a lot of help from the other side on his September highlights. Okay? So let's dive in here. And also to note to asterisk, watch for what happens when TJ gets chipped. All right? Let's go.
He's at the top of the screen.
Yep. We'll leave it off. All right, this is a good play. Yep. Seen Hutch do that. Take a one-on-one, shed him. Make a tackle 100 times.
Seen that 100%. Hutch is a monster in the run game, bro.
Okay, why did that guy step up?
100%
Pressure from the other side. Look at all the pressure he was on. He was caving. The line was caving on him. Oh, batted ball. In a one-on-one. All right,
see, Hutch,
one.
Hutch
he finally gets his own highlight, but yet there's still help from high whatever the fucking name is on the other side to clean this up with him. He's taking a double team.
Okay. I get the point you're trying to make here.
No, we're watching it. We're watching it. Up. Finally he beats a guy. Oh my gosh.
Now really quick, Bandit. Just for the purposes
of
this, Bandit, you don't play it too long. They'll copyright you. So give it a few seconds and then take it off.
It's on YouTube. So
yeah, they'll still copyright them and they'll shut them down if it's on for too long. So he gotta alter it by pausing it, slowing it down, or something to that effect.
All right, here you go.
Yeah.
But okay, you see, you're showing these plays that Watt's making, right? Like the batted ball.
But
we don't see the.
He got chipped. He got chipped. Look what happens.
Okay, but he's not. Hutch isn't making those kind of plays, guys.
Yeah, but look. I know what we were talking about. He was getting thrown off balance. Hutch is crazy.
Okay,
he's getting
and Watt's
chipped. Why didn't he know it was there? Why did not TJ not know that tight end right there, Njoku, was going to chip him and throw him off balance and beat him? Let's watch.
He did.
Oh,
what is going on?
Back in coverage. He knew the pass was coming.
What is going on? No,
he stepped back and went around him.
I know,
he stepped back. Yeah, he knew the pass was coming. As soon as he saw the tight end go, that's smart. He was like, "Oh, the tight end's going."
I know, but what I'm saying is he didn't make the sack. He didn't.
It's not a sack. You don't see him getting pushed 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah, I know, but you're saying you said loss of down is not that's a loss of down because of a batted ball. We're getting losses of down from that guy too from pressures is the same thing. TJ Watt highlight came from the other side.
They're not the same thing. What you're showing, okay, first of all, what you're showing.
I'm not comparing the two, but what I'm saying is you guys are being so nitpicky when the guy has no fucking help on the other side.
It's not nitpicky. What you're not understanding is this. You're literally showing me a guy winning the fuck out of his one-on-ones. You're literally showing me a guy who is actually making plays when he
is. That's the second time in this entire clip that he's won his one-on-one without help from the other side or pressure from the pocket.
Me a guy who's 100% more explosive, more high motor, and more athletic than Aiden Hutchinson. You seen a guy use more than one different move in that entire clip. You saw a guy who was chasing down the run and playing everything. Now go and show me your best. Find your best Aiden Hutchinson highlight, and I guarantee you they'll get the same 5 bottom feeding, no tackle having ass teams and you don't see it. Where was he at when we were going against good teams with good talent? He was nowhere to be found.
Getting put in 4-man rush situations where he's not hitting home because he has no pressure or help from the other side.
Listen, I heard a guy tell me this one time about Aiden Hutchinson, and I told him when he said it was a perfect analogy. He said, Aiden Hutchinson is plain Greek yogurt. And I was like, what do you mean? And he said, plain Greek yogurt by itself is disgusting. But if you add honey or strawberries or blueberries or peaches or some type of fruit to it, it's delicious as shit. Hell, you can make a smoothie out of it, and it's good. He said, but by itself, it's nothing. When you got a guy like James Houston coming in 8 games and having 8 sacks and showing more pass rush skill set than a guy you took in second overall, you have a right to be, as you call it, nitpicky. I call it being critical. Nitpicking would mean that he was just something smaller than this is the reality. He has 2 pass rush moves, spin in and spin out.
In bull rush. He has 3 technicals in bull rush.
James Houston has 1.
What?
Just go.
There's 3. Hutch has 3.
He's got a dip. He's got that crazy dip.
He's just got a dip.
He's got a bend. He's got a bend.
Hutch has 3 styles to his game. When James Houston only has 1, and it's pretty fast, pretty unique but fast.
Oh god.
I think you have a guy that can set the edge and then you can play the hitch up. Like it changes your game. It changes your pass rush. So like
exactly.
I don't understand. What I don't understand is like I am with you guys. I think Hutchinson has tons of room of improvement. Okay.
Right.
But to sit here and say that he's just a guy and not the guy yet, He's 2 years into his fucking career. He has zero help outside of fucking James Houston, which is hurt because he was playing special teams.
Do
So
And
y'all,
it seemed like technically didn't really believe in him because he wasn't getting snaps.
And
Can I
I
run-
think
can I
both.
run something really quick?
I love the guy, but here we are.
Things could be true.
and also go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I just want to make this really quick point, and I'm gonna shut the hell up because, like I said, the Michigan fans, that fandom come out too strong, and I can smell a Michigan fan a mile away. And I'm telling you. So let's talk about it. We're 2 years in,
brother. Only if you knew, brother.
We're 2 years in. Let's look at Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons in his first season.
Bro, get out of here with that hat.
Michael Parsons in his first season had 13 sacks. The second season, he had 13 and a half. He's already at 10. That's Parsons. Let's go to the next guy on my list who had 10 sacks as a rookie. Let's go to him.
Yeah, let's not do stats. Can we just not do stats? I mean, the further we get into stats, the further we get away from the Detroit Lions.
So the thing is, Hutch,
But look what Micah had like on that line with him.
Yeah, that line was
And Dad, that was
Dexter
Gary's
Lawrence.
line.
His line is a lot different than
Lawrence,
Hutchins.
Who does Miles Garrett have?
Tank.
He's not. We all agree.
Well,
he's not.
what is he?
nowhere
9 seasons
sniffing
into his career.
Miles Garrett.
He had an OG,
Nowhere
an
sniffing
OB,
Miles
an OG,
Garrett.
or whatever his name is.
We just gonna forgive him. We just gonna forgive the thing.
I don't think anybody's saying that.
Chicken Nuggets made the point about pressures, to which I rebutted. I don't care about pressures if it's not a negative play, and I mean
that's a fair point, because if you look at the best pass rushers in the NFL, they not only get sacks, but they get fumbles, they get batted balls, they do it all. Hutch is still learning that aspect of it. He's only 22 years old, so he can still get better. He's gonna have to be more crafty with his moves. Again, like I said, because he doesn't have the athleticism of a Micah Parsons or a Kayvon Thibodeau or a Myles Garrett. Now, I will say this about Hutchinson. Did y'all remember that play? I wish one of y'all had a video of this, because this was a damn good play by Hutch. He literally blew up 2 players in the backfield. It was Fields and the running back. I don't remember. If y'all have the video of it, I would love to watch it again, because he literally blew up that whole fucking play in one hit. He took out the running back and the quarterback at the same time.
And what did he do? Use speed to it. Use speed to it, didn't he? Yep. Use speed to it.
Hutch is a damn good run defender. He plays the run like a dog. Okay,
Yeah, I'll give him
that's why I say, and y'all gave me shit about this. That's why I say that a guy like Micah Parsons is not like a guy like Hutch, because Micah Parsons is a fucking great pass rusher, no doubt about it. But they don't put him in coverage, and they don't put him really on the run. He just goes to the quarterback. Hutch can affect the game in 3 ways. He can affect it by sacking the quarterback, he can affect it by the run game, and he can affect it by picking the ball off. That's why this guy, he's just got to get better at pass rushing. If he had 10 sacks right now, we wouldn't be having a conversation right now. Let's be real.
Not at all. Not at all. We wouldn't be even saying this right now. We wouldn't even be talking about it.
And how many times is he getting fucking held? Let's talk about that too.
Yeah,
that's many a fucking times.
Bottom line is Hutch has a lot.
Many a
to learn,
times.
a lot to
He
grow.
does,
Go ahead, Dave.
He needs to start. He needs to be able to start play recognition. Like, just like how he got chipped, he's got to be able to realize, okay, there's a tight end here, I might get chipped, or okay, the tackle's playing me to rush on the outside. I got to learn that, to recognize, okay, maybe I should try an inside move. I said, if you watch Hutch, man, it's about 75 to 80% of his rushes, bro, he's going wide. Right. And the tackles are playing him to play that way, because that's what he does. He's got to be able to recognize, like, all right, maybe I should step in and try to rush this way instead of just putting my head down and trying to put my arm into him and bull rush him.
And that's gonna come with time on time.
That was a beautiful move by Max Crosby too on that chip. That was a beautiful move by Max Crosby on that chip.
Why aren't they having him stunt? Why aren't they having him do that? That again, that goes with Aaron Glenn.
Well, have you seen
why do you run a vanilla four-man rush if you're not going to have them do stunts? If you're not going to have them,
bro, we don't do that.
But
we're like
the stunts I saw. Look, bro, the stunts I saw, bro, them dudes were sitting there running into each other.
That's what I'm saying.
Bandit, can I ask you a favor? Can I ask you a favor, Bandit?
What's
I
up?
don't know if you can. Can you put this clip on the screen really quick? Let me just show y'all this.
He's gonna show the. Oh man.
I'm gonna slow it down because I know sometimes it's hard to see these things. This is what Aiden Hutchinson is up here. You see that?
Yeah.
Okay. For all practical purpose, we can all agree that that's the center, that's the guard, that's a tackle,
that's a tight end.
That's a tight end.
Yep.
Right. Now we showing TJ Watt stuff. Watch this.
He's setting the edge. He's setting the edge.
Yeah.
Man, he ain't doing shit.
Yeah, he is.
He's setting the edge.
It's a tight end.
No, he's setting the edge.
No.
He's setting the edge so Justin Fields won't take off right there. That's
Bro, guys, come on, man. He's setting the edge, bro. Don't be ignorant. Look at what he's doing.
He's setting the edge.
He's only holding up with one arm.
Hold up. Everybody calm down.
What are we talking about here?
Look, let me tell you. Let me
Damn, I
ask
got
you
everybody riled up.
Hold on.
I think we need to slow it down more.
Yeah, you did this.
Let me ask you. Let me ask you.
I gotta roll another blunt, bro.
Hey, I'm right there with you, Scott.
Let me just ask you guys
What
something,
the
okay?
fuck are we doing?
And we're talking about the tight end, right? But if you go back to the beginning of that clip, right? Okay, boom, pause. Okay, can you answer this? Why is he on the outside of the tight end?
He's in a wide 9.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Why did he get kicked out to a wide 9?
To contain, to make sure the read option doesn't happen.
Right. That right. That becomes his responsibility. But ultimately,
he is the read man.
Right. Ultimately, though, if that tight end is on the other side, he's not in that wide 9 position, which he would still be. He would still have to sit there and set the edge, but not like that. There's a reason why he's at that wide 9, and it's because of that tight end. It's
it was coming off.
Notice. Look at the gap. The gap is way wider than all the others. So we just have to understand scheme here a little bit.
Right.
And one of those guys that's coming off that gap, if I may, is Brian Branch, because he's coming off that cut, trying to get the fields.
Coming off the edge.
Here's my problem with it, people. Here's my problem with it. I've played linebacker and DN. No, I didn't go to the NFL, right? But I did get a collegiate scholarship to college to play, right? And I'm telling you, you can set the edge a lot of different ways. He has visual of the quarterback. Get rid of this damn tight end. You can set the edge and still disperse, because guess what the tight end can't do once you toss him out your way, which we saw in TJ Watson's film. He can't come up behind you and touch your back. Right. But watch this.
Listen, as I agree with you right there before you play this, as I agree with you, Luke, like everything you just said is correct. But here's the problem with that. You're playing Justin Fields. You can't right there. As soon as you start to shed like that and Justin Fields doesn't have an open person, he is rolling the fuck out right immediately. As soon as he's
trying to run,
taking that half second and he's going,
trying to dip. He's trying to dip.
Like it's not. You can't. It's not. It's different. I understand what you're saying because I agree. Any other situation, if that's Jimmy Garoppolo, he's pulling, shedding, and going, but it's not Jimmy.
Hey, can you show that video where Hutch blew up those 2 players? I want to see that again.
Hey, Nate. That one video of Hutch and Branch. Branch was coming off that cut in that gap, in that exact gap, trying to get the fields because he was on that other side. If you've seen that footage that just played, he just came from the other side, trying to be the guy to get the fields. And he's not even playing end.
No, I agree. I'm talking about that play where he blew up those 2 players in the backfield. If you can find that play, I mean, that just shows you the impactful of the run game for him.
This my last play for this. Then I'll go to the play that you're talking about, Bandit. This is the last one for me. I just love how we just come up with this stuff. I want for my players to be better at every level. This Hutch, you see him out here, right? That's tight end. All right.
Is this the Mercedes Lewis play?
Oh no. we talking about setting the edge. I'm finna show you why. That wasn't even no real chip. That was more of a little screen. But look at this. Look at that's how you can set the edge. He could have did that to the fucking tight end. He didn't. And by the way,
the difference is Justin Fields is staring straight at Hutchinson, and this one he has his back to him.
He had his back to him the other one.
Last one too. Yes,
Right
he did.
It was on the other side.
Nah, 'cause
But if anything,
Look,
oh, that's right.
he's
Yeah,
staring
yeah,
straight
yeah. You're
fucking
right. You're
at
right.
him.
You're right.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
thinking
but
of how Fields was standing, not the.
yeah,
Right,
that,
okay. Yeah. Okay.
And who-
Totally
You're
different
right, you're right.
scenario.
hey, but who was that just went down on
the
that
last one?
on that exact play? Who is that? Not
Ryan.
on that one, but I'm talking to. There's somebody that was just down. That
On
was
this
just
one?
down from that play. Yeah, run that back right there.
It probably was Jack Campbell's terrible ass. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
I wouldn't doubt it. In fact, though.
Yeah. Oh, Lee McNeil getting thrown. No.
No, 94.
Yeah, that was somebody that looked
Who was 94
that cut right off.
Didn't move
Isn't
a
that
yard.
Benito Jones?
Didn't move a fucking yard.
Yeah, that's
Move a
Benino
yard.
Jones. That's moving up. That's moving up and running.
Go back. Go to the beginning.
He was guarding 62.
94 is the problem here. This is what we're dealing with. This fucker is what we're dealing with right here. This is what we have. We're trying to fucking get loose here, and this is
This is our interior pass
look at this clear throwing lane. Nice.
See, and
Bro,
see when you get into that, you know what you start to do now? You start to get into my other viewpoint of me getting angry about the general manager not addressing the interior defense.
That's a whole nother conversation. I agree with you there, brother.
That looked like a game, and we were just talking about how, like, why don't they stop because of that shit
interior.
right
That interior is all right, but it needs some improvement.
It's good at the run.
Good at the run, but it needs help for that pass
Zero
rush.
on the pass rush. But that's
So I'm
why
gonna start
I say
with
we need to
you,
blitz
Scott,
more.
with
So
the
there you go.
original question. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
The original question is, what do we need to do to stop this Packers offense? And we just had to go a whole breakdown like we was in field sessions, which I loved. I loved it. Truly, I loved it. But what you think, Scott, we need to do to stop this Packers offense, man?
I hope we blitz the fuck out of them. We should be able to.
It's only right we blitz. I mean, why not blitz?
Yep.
And hey, thanks for that little.
But Scott, you said
film
we can't.
session,
We got to run zone. We can't run man.
What?
Hey, thanks for that film session, Luke.
Hey,
Made me feel like I was a player in the locker room, man.
Zone blitz. Zone blitz. Let's not get crazy.
They say why he get kicked.
Leo, what you think we need to do to stop this Packers offense, man?
Yeah.
Hey, where'd you go?
He said why he get kicked. That's what he said. The message saying why he get kicked.
Oh, there he is.
I just hope they don't run no. I just hope they don't run no.
I swear to God.
I just
Go
hope
ahead,
they
Leo,
don't
my
run no play action or bootleg. I hope they don't do that.
Yeah, I think that this is the game where they can sit there and send those blitzes. To be honest, whether it's a run blitz or pass blitz, zone blitz, really whatever they want to do. I think AG has free will to kind of open up that whole defensive playbook. To be honest,
but he doesn't.
Yeah, I'm just answering the question whether he does or doesn't. I don't know, Day.
Hey, what are your keys to this defense? I mean, I was
gonna say, am I the only one concerned about the no huddle? I feel like the Chargers exposed us, and I saw the Bears call the no huddle on us a few times.
Yeah, I'm very concerned of that. I'm very concerned of the no huddle because once they get the no huddle, they're gonna be moving quick.
See here, the no huddle to me, it was kind of wild to see that. I mean, see, here's the thing: how many other teams are going to be able to run no huddle like that?
San Francisco and Philly.
I think San Francisco and Philly.
Our main competition.
Dallas. I don't think Dak is equipped to do that. I'm gonna be real honest with you. He already struggles throwing the ball straight.
But that's teams we got to worry about in the playoffs.
Luke, I want to ask you something and ask the rest of everybody. I want to hear Luke's answer first, though. My biggest concern in the Lions in general is the red zone offense. Our red zone offense is fucking trash, and for some reason, like you guys, whoever said it earlier, we tend to get fucking cute in the red zone instead of just doing
punching
what
it
we
in.
do.
Just punch it in.
Yep. Stop being. Just do it. Push it.
Yeah, I know everybody and their mother are upset with Aaron Glenn, but let's be honest. I have been so unexpired by Ben Johnson to the point where I'm just like, we go back to the Bears game. There was a point in the game where we were down 23-14, and we had about 6 minutes, and now he decides to run.
No, I agree with you. We did the same thing in Tampa.
Dude, and I'm big on looking at the stat differences between the first half and the second. So, to kind of break it down, we ran the ball 9 total times in the second half versus the Bears. But if I were to tell you that there was 8 carries by Montgomery in the first half and 4 carries by Gibbs in the first half. And if I were to tell you that they finished literally with 12 and 8, you would think I was lying. You would think I made this up. But that's the reality of it. We're getting way too cute when we get to the red zone.
Still got 100, but yeah.
But that's because they broke some nice long runs. But the reality is the red zone woes. The red zone woes are a reflection of this conservative, cutesy play calling. It's gotta stop.
Agreed. No, I agree with you. That's why I wanted to ask you, because I thought you'd be on the same page. It's like I think that just whatever the fuck Ben Johnson has got going on when it comes to the red zone is this like super fancy, like weird, like I like that we came out in Wildcat. I like that.
I was so excited to see that.
Yeah, I was like, hey, we're gonna run the ball in the red zone. Holy fuck! And it got us like 6 yards.
Yep.
Because the biggest struggle is not when we're like first and goal from the 3. You know what I'm saying? Our biggest struggle is like first and goal from the 9, the 10, the 8. Like we cannot figure out how to just run the ball twice and then figure it the fuck out from fucking 3rd and goal from the 4.
It's not even that too. Also, I would argue, watching a lot of football, Ben Johnson doesn't even want to throw in the red zone at all, even if it's like a slant route or even hitting Laporta. I mean, you got guys that
has been throwing. That's all he's been doing is throwing.
Well, some games, yeah, but some games he doesn't. Like he does, like
we're like 17th, Nate, in the fucking league in red zone percentage.
Yeah, but we also have guys. We also have guys like Amon-Ra who can get open. We got guys like Laporta, like design more like a screen play, or maybe like that shit play I hate all the time where you throw it sideways and you get blockers in front of you and go to the touchdown. Like it just almost seems like Ben Johnson. I'm telling you, he's
to compound your problem, brother. We don't kick fucking field goals when we don't get it on 3rd and goal.
Well, I'm okay with that, man. I'm gonna go for the nuts.
I am not okay with that. I am not okay.
Play for the win.
You know what?
No, because you got to have a little trust in your fucking defense,
man. What?
No, well, we did. We did against the Chargers. We didn't get it. Remember, that's why they went for it. That's why we do it.
3rd and goal tells me that they do trust the defense, because let me just tell you, if they didn't trust the defense, they would take the points. And to me, I have never understood this way of thinking. If you have 4 downs to get it, why must you only use 3 and then punt the ball on one of them? If it's a short down or something, go for it.
That's different though, bro. We're going for it. Our red zone is so bad. You got think about it in what the game in our red zone. In most situations, I would get that, right? Because you could just do a fucking quarterback sneak or a fucking little outside run or whatever the fuck you want to do on 3rd and goal or 4th and goal from the 1. But we're not getting to the 1. We're not getting there. We're only getting to like the 4 or 5. And then you're expecting them to go for it.
We've been stopped at the 1. That's been the problem. We've been stopped at the 1, and that's why we go for it.
Look at our biggest struggles, bro, are literally from like 3rd and goal from the 3 and on.
Well, can we flip it though? Can we flip it just from a different perspective? If they stop us on 4th down, right? Like they stop us on 4th down, and we are at R5. How many yards they got to go to get to the end zone?
I didn't even. I was thinking. Go ahead, say it again, bro. I'm sorry.
If we are on our 5-yard line, getting ready to go in for a score, on fourth and with a chance to score. We are in the red zone, and we're there. We at the 5, right? Like you said, and they stop us. How many yards do they now have to go to score?
Right. They gotta go length of the field. But here's the thing too.
Okay.
But here's the thing. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Nate. No, go ahead, Nate. No, I'll let you go first.
So I'm just. Here's the thing. I think we lose track of this because everybody wants everything that we do to be the same for every fucking team. But the reality is that you look at who we're playing, and that determines what decisions you go with. I think the Lions went into that game, and Dan Campbell said himself, we wanted to be aggressive. Why? Because you got Justin fucking Herbert who can fucking tear you apart, and that's almost what he did. So, but when you got a guy like Desmond Ridder, yeah, you'll kick the field goal because maybe a field goal wins a fucking game because Desmond Ridder can't fucking throw the broadside of a barn. But if you've got Lamar Jackson or if you've got fucking Justin Herbert or fucking Jalen Hurts, I'm okay with going for it, man, because you're going to need fucking touchdowns, dude. And if you can't get a fucking touchdown, well, you don't deserve to fucking win the game. That's just the way I look at it.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with that.
Go ahead, Scott.
Play to win.
I always play to win, bro. Always play to win.
Yeah, I agree with that, right? But here's my thing. Not every situation when you're going forward on 4th and goal is a play to win situation. Like it's literally game flow. It's what's going on in what quarter of where. Like it's like but to me it's like you get stopped and you're in a certain position where you can't just easily run or a quarterback sneak or do something like that. You just take the fucking points, especially when you're going to go up 2 possessions. That's the key thing here. Okay?
That's
if
fair.
it's 3-0, okay, go for it on 4th down. Whatever, it's 0-0. Like Luke said, they got to go 95 yards. Let's wash it, see if they can go 95. I get it. But in other scenarios like we were fucking in, okay, you don't get it 3 fucking times. You're not on the 1. You kick the fucking field goal. You go up 2 possessions, you kick the fucking ball out of bounds, and you say, go 75 yards.
Yeah, it's kind of funny you said that because I thought about that play where Montgomery got shut down 3 times, and what did they do? They gave it to Ja on the 4th time, and he got it in. I'm like, fuck, man, like that's just insanity right there, right? Like you just hope the fucking running back gets it. I mean, but they should. Just like we expect receivers to run the ball. I mean, catch the ball. We expect the running backs to get a fucking yard, right? I mean, that's what they get paid all that fucking money for. And when you got 2 guys that are averaging over 4 yards a carry, hey, and you got the fucking the best line in the NFL, let's fucking go.
Well,
let the boys eat.
I'm glad we converted because the one we didn't almost fucked us.
Yeah.
See, I think this is how I look at it. I always tell people you got to find a universal truth to something, right? Think about the Golden State Warriors. I never hear a person say they shooting too many threes until they start missing them.
True.
Right?
True.
And so at the end of the day, they live by it, they'll die by it. I'm okay with that. You have to have something that you're going to stand on, that you're saying, look, at the very least, you need to be prepared that this could be a fake. I don't have a problem with the fake as long as I can understand the thought process behind it. And in those cases when I'm on the goal line, it's 4 down territory. You're going to have to stop me 4 times.
And that's another great point because I would throw it in too. Hey, that's our fucking coach, man. Get over it. He's going to fucking go for it. He would probably go for it every fucking time if he had the chance he could. But analytics tell him like, hey, sometimes you got to fucking punt the ball. And, you do got a damn good kicker.
And a lot of teams are following suit with him now. They're no longer the Bears is going for. They went for it a few times on 4th down.
Well, they know who they're playing against. They know what kind of offense we have.
They took all the opportunities that they had. When we leave plays on the field, then you get upset because then it becomes, we should have went for it or we shouldn't have went for it. But the only time we ever talk about should have and could have is when it doesn't go in the positive way. I can see a bad 4th down call in a positive way too. But if I'm on, like, for example, the Minnesota Vikings recently called a fake punt. Brilliant call.
Yeah, I saw that.
Brilliant call, right?
Had him faked out completely.
And I thought it was a great call. If they didn't get it, who the hell cares? That point, it was perfect to call it right there. So to me, I love that he's aggressive and he goes for it because, like I said, the same way we fall in love with all the threes that they pull We know nobody remembered the night that Steph couldn't find the broadside of the three-pointer. I think he hit like 1 or 2 threes out of like 14 shots. Nobody remembers that. Everyone remembers when it's succeeded.
And not only that too, but like if you watch Lions tape from the last 2 years, a lot of the plays are going to be fakes. That's what our identity is, where you don't know what to fucking expect from us.
Yeah, you know, Dan stopped doing it as much this year.
No, I agree. He's dialed down a little bit, but he's still aggressive, man.
Field goals. I don't agree with aggression. I like that he's aggressive. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But in certain situations, there has to be a fucking balance, bro. 2 possessions is 2 possessions. He said at the beginning of the game at the press conference, right? Put your diapers on, or whatever the fuck he said, or whatever the fuck it was.
I love it.
All right?
Right.
He said what it is. So in a game like that, when you know what it is, I understand going on 4th down, but you've been stopped 3 times. Take the 2 possession game and say, defense, I trust you to stop them from going 75 yards. And I'm going to take my offense down and score some more points.
And here's the thing too, Sky, is that not only do you have an aggressive coach who is very bullheaded in a sense, but you also have a fucking offensive coordinator who doesn't think a shit stinks either.
Oh, he don't give a fuck. So, you can tell he's down with whatever Dan's doing. You know he doesn't.
But still,
like, go for it. You got it. Send it in.
I guarantee you he goes to Ben, and Ben would think the same mentality. So, but the thing is that you have 2 aggressive types of dudes, and that's just the mentality that they're going to go with. And you know, the reality is, it could hurt us, it could win us. You know, that's the gamble that you take. But I think he has dialed down a little bit more. But you know what? If you're on the goal line, man, if you can't get a fucking yard, you don't deserve to win, dude. I just look at it that way.
Listen,
I don't want to kick a field goal at the 1 yard line.
The Eagles wouldn't do it. They're doing this damn weird ass push in, and
illegal. NFL's going to get rid of that play in the offseason. Mark my words. So. They're getting rid of that fucking play.
We have to actually score like a regular team.
It's illegal.
They score like a regular team.
He said, we have to score like a regular team. We can't just like this.
Yeah, that shit's illegal, man. You can't have people pushing behind you, dude. In that case, put a lean behind them.
They create a conveyor belt for fucking Hurts to get shoved over the top.
People are only mad about it because they can't do it. They can't do it.
I agree. Do whatever you want to do, but like, fuck.
Can't defend it. Figure out a way to.
Well, like I said, we need to put a lean back there to push Goff into the end zone, or push Ja or Monty. A lean will get it done. Let's do that.
Because you know what's funny? Everybody was talking about how crazy it is when Mike Dick will put a damn D tackle at running back. Who wants to hit him?
Who wants to get in front of that shit? Yeah.
Fucking put Rodrigo in at fullback.
Listen, you guys don't want to know my idea that I was telling people.
Fucking do the tush push with Rodrigo.
Listen, you don't want to know my idea.
Go ahead, Scott. After this, we're gonna get your game predictions. Go ahead,
Scott. You want to know my idea to stop the tush push?
Go low.
No, so my idea. So I was telling John yesterday what it is, dude.
He's already shaking his head now.
Listen. So what you do, right? You put a D tackle, your fattest motherfucker, like basically on his side, right? Right. So the lineman, so the center can't dive forwards, because the way I understand the tush push, and when I've watched it and dialed it in, is they're basically the linemen are diving straight to the ground,
right?
And then they're taking Hurts and sliding him across the top of the lineman,
exactly.
Right? So if you can create the lineman to have a hump in the middle, they can't slide him. He's gonna run into an ass cheek, right? He's gonna run right in an ass cheek. So you put the guy fucking in the fetal position, like right at the ball, right? And then you have a linebacker straight over the top of that motherfucker, right? Over the center to jam him, to just jam the fuck out of him. And then you have another linebacker 2 yards back, literally 2 fucking yards back. Ready for this?
To decapitate him.
D tackle. You take your ends, you put them wide, and you take your corners, and then you just have one safety just sitting like 7 yards back. As soon as they hike that motherfucker, that linebacker jams that fucking center, so he has to go to right or left, and that fucking linebacker just jumps straight over the fucking line and grabs fucking Hurts. and tries
like
to pull
Troy
him back.
Polamalu did. Like Polamalu did.
There's no way you can fucking stop it in my mind, because if you don't create a crease in their fat fucking conveyor belt, there's no stopping it, bro. It's literally it's car parts, dude. It's car parts at Ford plant, bro. They're taking the fucking guy, they're going, yee. Like, what do you do? It's slick jerseys and they're wet, and they're literally grabbing him and fucking sliding him. So go in there, blow that shit the fuck up, and then fucking make a fold in the middle so their fucking lineman can't. Because if the lineman has to fall, let's say the center has to fall on top of another guy, right? He can't just jam forward, and if he jams forward, he's just running to the side of the fucking lineman. How is he gonna move 340-pound boulder?
Yeah.
Like, he's a boulder on the ground.
They already do it.
Be
bro.
a boulder. No, be a boulder. And then the linebacker is jamming him at the same time. The linebacker is literally jamming him at the same time. So not as only he's got to move a boulder, he's then got to move a guy that is jamming him. And the reason I want him to be a boulder is because cleats slide on turf. You can't get good enough grip. It's going to move back and forth. But if you eliminate the slide, and then you have somebody create inertia, and then somebody jumping over the top of it, I just don't think the players are willing to do all that. That's my thing. I don't think they're willing to take the risk of fucking just doing all that, because whoever it's probably gonna be Broderick Martin for us. If I was them, I'd just lay Broderick, fit your fat ass on the ground, just lay there in the fetal position, and he's probably gonna get fucked. You're probably gonna get fucked up, bro. You're probably there's gonna be a lot of weight on you.
So you know what's funny? That play is not new that they doing, and I'll never forget this. I was playing.
Just the QB sneeze.
It's happened to me before. Like, I've seen this play before. I saw it in high school, and I saw it in college. It's
really the wedge.
And this is what I'm surprised that they don't do in the NFL. Now watch this. We had this one particular game. I went to Alabama State where I played football at, and we were going against Southern, and so our deep tackle goes down. And I went to the coach, and I was like, "Hey, coach, I can get us the ball back." He was like, "What?" I said, "Yeah, I can get us the ball back." And he was like, "It's 4th and inches. Where the hell you think you can get the ball back?" I said, "Put me at nose tackle over the center." And he goes, "You mean put you at nose tackle over the center?" At the time, I was probably like 5'11", like 235. He's like, "You out of your fucking mind?" I'm like, "Coach, I can get the ball back. I can get the ball back." He said, "All right, I tell you what. I put you out there. If you don't get the ball back." You're not playing no more of this game. All right, deal, coach, deal. So I go and I line up. You know what I did to get the ball back? When he went to go snap it, I slapped the ball. I am surprised that more NFL players don't do this. I literally slapped the ball and threw my body into him so the ball had to roll underneath me. If you want to stop this push shit, just get somebody up front who's doing nothing but look at the ball and swipe at the ball. So it's more daunting for him to snap it back to the push. He's going to
call you offsides on that. Is that why? Maybe they're afraid we can call them offsides.
Oh, they won't call it. What you do is if you look at how most people are in their 3-point stands, you're going to need a guy like Aiden Hutchinson that you can put right there with some nice long arms to, when the ball is snapped, to quickly swing at the ball just to disrupt it before it's pushed back, while pushing his body into it. I have done this thing so many times that was a staple of a play that we will run on all 4th downs. And I literally finished my season with 4 forced fumbles and 2 recoveries because I kept slapping the ball.
Yeah, did y'all see Jalen Carter try to get that interception on the spike by Mahomes?
I don't blame him though.
Players are getting more smarter and trying to be more crafty on everything. Yeah, I just don't like the play, man. I think anytime that you have, anytime you have players pushing the person forward, that's not right, because that's a big disadvantage to the defense, because you have more force coming at you than you have man to prepare yourself for.
That's just my opinion. Listen, the way has been in football for over 100 years, bro.
But if you hate to play, get mad at fantasy football players, because that's what it's for. That's why they're disadvantaged in the defense. Because if you go back to the old school football, your scores wasn't this damn high. The defense.
Well, don't get me started about defense, man. Because the way this offensive league is going, defense, you might as well just be blinded when your hands behind your back. So yeah.
No, I'm with you.
Let's get our game predictions, man. We get the heck up out of here and ready to eat. You know what I mean? I'm starting early. I ain't gonna lie. Luke, man, what's your game prediction, man?
Yeah, I got the Lions winning this game 34-20. I think we win by 14 points. I suspect that we will run the ball. I suspect that we will put pressure on them. They got a number of people out that's coming out saying questionable that's going to still play. I know this, but I think that we're not going to get cute. They understand the importance of this game, especially given the fact that they're 8-2. There's still a chance for that first seed spot, and you have somebody on the back of your ass snipping at the 2 spot. So I suspect that they'll come out, get serious, and come out explosive in the first early half, and then tee off on poor Jordan Love. I will say I feel bad for him, but it's after Packers, so I got Lions winning.
Fuck that guy.
Hey man, I appreciate you coming on here, man. We do, man. Let them know where they can find you at, Luke.
Hey, I'm Luke G Field Review on YouTube. Luke G's Field Review, actually on Instagram too and Twitter. I'm Luke G's Field Review, where I do film study. I do talk about the Lions. I go live majority of the times, and my shows are about including the people. So when you in there, if you don't like what I say, I'll give you opportunity to come on and tell me I'm full of crap. It's all good, and have a good old time. And so it's just simply that. So Luke G's Field Review. You can look it up, and trust me, you'll find it. You're gonna see a page, a picture of Luke Cage like you see right now, and just come rock with me.
For sure. Scott, what's your game prediction, man? Let them know where they can find you at.
Yeah, my game prediction is right around honestly what it was last game when we played you guys, about 35-20, 21. I mean, I think it's going to be a decent game. I think there's going to be a little bit of up and down early on, but we're just going to pull away with it as we did last time.
Let them know where they can find you at.
Oh, you already know where you can find. What, this side? This side today. Right there. Don't find me.
Sure. Nate, what's your game prediction, man? Let them know where they can find you at, Nate.
Find me here. In the casa of the den. You'll see the flag. Represent. 24-17. I think it's gonna be a close game because it's a division game. Jordan Love's playing better. That defense is pretty good for the Packers. I say 24-17. I think we find a way to get a win. Yeah.
For sure.
I'm sorry, y'all. The Bears game fucking gave me no confidence in us blowing them out.
Man, that was a fluke, man. A lot of that shit was fluky.
I get it, man. But still, fuck.
If anybody watched the show, if anybody watched the show, they know that Nate, every game make him nervous. Leo, man.
It's the fucking Lions, man. I mean,
every game
Nate's not a full believer yet, y'all.
This is 37 years. This is 37 years of PTSD, man. It's the fucking Lions, man. Anything can happen, but I think the boys will come out 9-2. That's all that matters.
Nate's in transition to the brand new Lions from SOL.
No, I'm not SOL. No. This is a new Lions team. I just worry because sometimes we don't take stuff seriously when we play against shitty teams, and it's shown in the games that we've won. The Falcons, the Buccaneers. We played around with them, and like I said, you don't want to let them linger, man. Put them away early, step on their throats as best as possible, and get it over with.
Hey Nate, at the end of the day, you said that they were going to win though.
9-2.
Because they're too legit to quit.
Yeah.
Leo, let them know where you at, man. Where you can find you at, and what's your game prediction, man?
Yeah, my game predictions are Lions 28-13. I think it's going to be a pretty fun game for them, especially it being on Thanksgiving. Yeah. You can find me at Leo Barwella on Twitter. So.
Daddy over here looking like Dennis the Menace, man. Let them know where they can find you at, man. What's your game prediction?
The high version of Dennis the Menace.
Yeah. I got 31-17. Yeah, 31-17. The Bears in the first half. They get garbage time touchdowns. Really. Oh, yeah. 31-17. You find me on Twitter, Markham246. Always. Day.
Okay, Dennis Menace.
Hey, Mr. Wilson.
Rumble, my brother, man. Let them know your game prediction, man. I don't know where you can find you at.
Game prediction, yeah, I'm kind of with you guys, man. I want us to run the ball down their throats. I want us to I want that two-headed monster to be, the vocal point. I want that to be, who we are. Kind of give other teams a warning. Even Dallas. I don't think Dallas is ready for that two-headed monster. So I got a high-scoring game. I think the boys put on a show for us. National TV, Thanksgiving. It's going to make the turkey and dessert taste that much better. I'm going 34-14. I don't even give the Packers. I don't give the Packers anything at Ford Field, man. We Lambeau leaped. We go Lambeau leap again in our Ford Field though. So exactly. I got our boys winning. Demolished, man. We're putting that NFC North on notice.
Let's go.
And you can find me here with the villains, Bandit and the villains, man. I'll be here.
Y'all know what it is.
Man, we're
past.
Hold on. Oh, go ahead, Neil. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Danny.
I was gonna say we're past putting the NFC North on. We're past putting the NFC North on notice. We're putting the league on notice, bro.
Amen.
That's what we're doing.
Let's go.
Well, we still got the Vikings. We still got to.
Yeah. Listen.
We still,
if we take care of business, and we run through the Vikings, I'm pretty sure we can sit there and clear the Broncos and the Saints, and that's 3 different divisions that this team will clear out.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying as far as the division, I know every year we're not worried about somebody in our division, but the Vikings, bro, the Vikings last year were us.
Bro, right as of right now, we're not even talking about division. We're talking about conference. As of right now.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Yeah. So,
but if we get these 6 games
consecutive, like that.
Right? But if we get these 6 games in and we sweep the division, you mean to tell me that's we when was the last time we've ever done that?
We almost swept the division last year.
Yeah.
Almost.
We lost one bullshit
when was the last
game.
time? I know, but when was the last? And who was that against?
Minnesota.
There you go.
That was Dan Campbell's dumbass move.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
So, and they're going to get Justin back, right? So I mean, but
we're 3 games up on them too, so they got to lose. They got to win when we got to lose 3 games in a row. 2.5. Okay, 2.5. All right.
Yeah. So that's it.
My bad.
We still play them twice.
Yeah. We still play them twice. You know what I mean?
Cool.
We'll split. We'll split.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Neil. What you got?
It's your boy Bandit. Y'all know y'all can find me on Bandit Sports here. Hey, Luke, man, I appreciate you coming on, man. I really do, man.
Sure.
I got you. You and Rumble United. I'm always bringing.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it, Luke, man.
Sky and Daddy.
Yes, sir.
All my brothers, man. I appreciate it. Nate and Leo, man. You already know what it is. You feel me? But yeah, I got the score prediction being 14-31 Lions, man. Oh, for sure, man. No matter what, I appreciate y'all being on here, man. Y'all the reason why I'm going back to school, man. Going to visit
Look at that bumpy cake.
So and I'll still be doing this.
Look at that bumpy cake. What y'all know about that bumpy cake? We got bumpy cake, baby.
Already in the refrigerator, man. But y'all know what it is, man. Appreciate everybody here, man. It's been this first, man. We on our way out, man. Peace, y'all. Bumpy cake. What is bumpy cake? Never had bumpy cake before. That's a new one.
Is it good? Is chocolate cake?